right foot, or you can do right foot, left hand, or you can do right hand, right foot. Well, that's what we just did. And vice versa. So there's the 4 combinations. And I just use those simply as a measure to just try to feel the right space between the notes. Because for me as a drummer, I never think about this. Like the note itself for a drummer is completely meaningless. Anybody know what I mean by that? Like play a 16th note, 32nd note, whole note, quarter note. It's all just a note. What's in between it is what's very important for us as drummers. So I don't think about the actual note itself. So when I do these exercises, I'm trying to make sure that there's the right amount of space between each and every note. And that was very important for me for doing the blast beat stuff. Trying to make sure that I'm trying to make sure that everything gets an equal space, and that's partly what that exercise is for. And it's for endurance, because if you can do that for 2 minutes, and just push it as fast as you can get it between all your limbs. I mean, people ask me all the time, how do you get so fast? Well, number one is practice. But the number 2 thing is spending time on your weaker limb, because you're only as fast as your weaker limb. My right hand and right foot are real quick, but my left hand and left foot, not so much. So that's constantly what I'm working on, which is why I like that exercise. I hope that helps. Perfect, brother. All right, let me take 2 more, and then I want to play some more, because I don't want to sit here and talk. If you guys do have questions, I'm really approachable. I don't bite or anything, despite the music I play. So if you catch me out in the hall, it's all good. We can talk, we can chat technique and all of that if you want. But all right, come on, give me a couple more.
What's your fitness routine, man?
Water and stretching. It's just that's really to me most important. I don't really go crazy with a pair of sticks in my hand and play for hours before a set. Now I used to when I was on tour. I had to, because of the physical stress you put your body through on tour, driving 6 hours to a place, setting up all your own gear, playing the show, tearing it all down, driving again. So I used to sit around and play a lot. But as long as I stretch and as long as I have water, I'm okay, and a fan. Yep. All right, who else?
What's your next project?
My next project, let me tell you about this real quick. I got a new DVD coming out with Hudson probably in the next 4 or 5 weeks. It doesn't have one exercise in it, so don't get your hopes up. It's all about setting up a drum kit. And not like, here, your tom goes here, I mean, it's kind of detailed stuff like that people just kind of overlook. Angles and positions of tripods and just weird things. And we start with carpet. How thick, how big, do you mark it, do you not mark it? You know what I mean? Put the throne down, how high, how thick a seat do you like? Bass drum pedals, bass drums, snare drum, we just build it right from the ground up and just talk about each individual piece. And I really felt that there was nothing like that out on the market, so I figured I would go that route. So just got that done, that'll be coming out. The second Serpent's Rise I released about 6 weeks ago. That's on my website for free download, as well as the first Serpent's Rise. And I'm working on a third one now. So that's pretty much it as far as projects, or bands are concerned. Just trying to do my thing, just trying to, present something in a way that guys outside of metal can grasp and hopefully enjoy, It's always my goal. All right, one more. Anybody? What's that? Oh, well, I can't see. Oh, yeah, just shout.
Okay, right, so, we'll fast. But a lot of us are kind of struggling now. You can say, oh, that's a bit fast. But there's actually a point when you're practicing where you're going from good technique to faster, sloppy type technique.
Right.
How do you know where the right place to be is when you're practicing all that?
Again, if I'm getting the right sound, I don't care what it looks like. And and obviously, like when you're trying to do this stuff, I always hear people say, "Oh, you got to start slow and build up to it," and that's 99% true. except when you get to this stuff. Because the muscle movements change so much, like gaining even 5 BPM, that like by starting slow, you're not training your body to do what it needs to do to play fast. So that doesn't help you. And the only way you can really get this is jumping into it, and yeah, it may be sloppy, and it may fall apart, but if you keep doing it, it will clean itself up. You get more control over it as it goes. I mean, believe me, when I first started doing this stuff 20 years ago, I was all over the place. Tempos coming in and out of parts were all crazy because I'd be hanging on for dear life, you know. But over time, it gets better, you know. And I'm not going to stop somebody if they want to play this style of music. I'm not going to stop them by saying, "Oh, you're having bad technique. You need to start slow," because I know that doesn't work for this. Now, let me ask you guys one question. I constantly get this. The number one question I get is, "Man, I want to get my feet fast." And I say, "Okay, that's cool. What type of band do you play in?" "Oh man, I'm in a cover band on the weekend, but I just want to get my feet fast." Okay? That's the fastest way to getting fired. If you want to get fired from your band, learn to play fast double bass. Seriously, because if the music doesn't call for it, and if the music doesn't call for it, you don't need it. If you're playing death metal, you're playing extreme metal, yes, playing real fast double bass is a necessity, right? But you don't need that if you're playing Brick House every week, right? The only thing that's going to do is get you in trouble with your bandmates. You know, and understanding that is the biggest part of any of this, you know, is understanding where and what to play. Yes, I mean, I hear guys say all the time, "Oh, you know, playing fast and whatever," but the same rules apply. It's got to feel good. Even if it's 1,000,000 miles an hour, you got to be able to. There's nothing worse than going and seeing a band and they're so all over the place that you can't catch a pulse. You know, or it's too quick. That, I mean, and it's gotten, to me, honestly, stuff has gotten so fast that it doesn't sound brutal anymore. It sounds like one of those little wind-up monkey things. It's really, I mean, beyond a certain tempo, it starts getting silly. You know what I mean? It doesn't do, you know, much for me. There's like a certain threshold that I think that this stuff works in, and once you get over it, it doesn't work anymore, you know? But yeah, I mean, I don't know, technique, it means to an end, bro, you know, getting all this stuff down, it's just, all it is practice and knowing what to practice, and listening is the most important thing. Listen to your playing. Play your drums as if you're listening to a CD, you know? Try to work on the dynamics. If you're playing extreme metal, one thing you want to do is make sure every stroke sounds the same, because if you're playing the blast beat, you know, you don't want to hear while you're playing blast, you know, it needs to be, every note needs to be the same. But that's a no-no if you're playing, you know, if you're doing, you know, you need dynamics, you need texture, you need all of that color. You really don't need that with extreme metal. You just need brutal. All right, well here, can I play another couple songs? We got what, 7 minutes? Oh, by the way, London Drum Show. These guys go through so much work and effort to make something like this happen, you guys have no idea. So they deserve a lot of props from you guys. Number 2 thing, support your local music shop. Stop buying drumsticks online. Do you want to put every music store in the world out of business? Stop it. Support your local store. It doesn't matter that they're buying a few more. Hey, guys over there, support your local shop. Stop all this online stuff. Stop it, please. Desperately, I ask you, please. That's as simple as it needs to be said, really. So, again, DW, Mine Old Vader, Axis. Thank you. And you want another fast one? Yeah! Can I warm back up with something at least? All right, hold on.
Nice and swing.
I wish I had some on here. I got something that I could probably play swing too.
Yes. Do it.
Try this one. I'll get something fast. Give me a minute.